Hey, what's up? Hello, welcome or welcome back to Ebony Told You. I am Ebony, and if you end up loving the vibes, make sure you hit that subscribe button and become a homie of mine. In today's video, yes, it's the same look. Yes, I'm batch recording. Who gonna check Big Eb? Not no one. But yeah, this is another story time video.
You be staying low, but you know what the vibes is. You ain't never got you know what the bodies. Poppin' shit, but only cause you know you poppin'. You got it, girl, you got it. You got it, girl, you got it.
Make sure you get your herbal teas from Noble Bath Botanicals. Use my discount code EbonyToldYou11 to receive a discount on your next purchase. She has body butters, herbal teas, facial cleansers, facial oils, body oils, a whole lot of other stuff. So make sure you use my discount code EbonyToldYou11 to receive a discount on your next purchase. That's my way of letting them know I sent you over there. Okay. So, as you can tell by the title, anyway, you know what the story time gonna be about. So, my situationship ended up with a DUI. First and foremost, I do not encourage underage drinking, so make sure you are 21 years of age or older before you start drinking, and do not get behind the wheel of a vehicle or any motor vehicle while under the influence. Make sure you Uber home or you call someone to come get you wherever you are. Disclaimer. Okay, so I probably need to be drinking some wine with this, but child, so basically, it started out with me and the situationship. It started us being on the outs. So I was not, talking to him. I was ignoring his phone calls because he kind of like had brushed me off to the side, did me kind of wrong, and I was not feeling him anymore. He had been blowing him up my phone. He told me that he wanted to come in person to apologize to me and all that jazz. I really wasn't hearing it at first, and then so this was my last semester of college, so this had to be around like August, September of 2014 because I graduated in the fall of 2014. So saying all that to say, so this is how the story starts. He's asking to come and see me. He's asking to come apologize in person. I'm kind of like, he kind of asked a couple times before I finally like, okay, you can come. So he already comes to my campus kind of buzzed. He wasn't drunk, but I could tell he had been drinking something. So I lived on campus, off campus apartment that the school owns. So we had like this gate that you had, like the scanner. We had to put the scanners on our car for the gate to come up. So I don't know how he got in the gate, but somehow he ended up in front of our apartment. I don't know how that happened. He's blasting loud music. He'd already done hit his car. Don't realize how he hit his car. He asking me how he hit his car like days later, and I'm just like, I don't know. It was like that when you came, but he came. He's trying to apologize or whatever. I'm like, cool, it's no hard feelings, whatever. But I still don't want anything to do with you type thing. He come in blasting music for one, drawing a lot of attention. I'm a low-key kind of person, so I'm just really not into all of that. Like, I don't like a lot of attention on me, and I just don't like people being loud and obnoxious. Is really annoying to me. So I'm just kind of already annoyed because he come in through the neighborhood, through the apartment complex, blasting music full blast, And so I'm just like, oh my God, he gonna embarrass me. And these people are already nosy out here. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I don't even remember what we even had a conversation about, what we were even talking about. But I just know he was trying to apologize and all of that, and or whatever. And I just kind of was like kind of shrugging it off type of thing. So I think maybe an hour or two go by of all of this, and I don't think I invited him into my apartment. I think we stayed outside the whole time. I can't really remember, but I think we stayed outside the entire time because I just was not like, this was my last semester at college. I was trying to finish strong, and I just really was not, I was really focused, and I was not trying to have no type of distractions or anything that was going to prevent me from graduating, because I had literally 12 weeks until it was time for me to graduate. So I was just like, I'm not even on this type of time right now. And plus, like, my campus was a dry campus, so like we was not allowed to have any alcohol where we lived at. So him coming being drunk was already kind of like, why are you intoxicated? Why are you drunk on a Sunday afternoon? I think it was like a Sunday or a Saturday afternoon. And he kept asking me to drive him back to Greenville, which was like a 45-minute to an hour drive from where my school was. And I was like, I have class in the morning. I just literally moved in. I'm not driving you to Greenville. You're going to have to sober up, and you're going to have to drive yourself back to Greenville. I kept telling him, he kept begging. I'm like, I'm not going to Greenville. I'm not going to Greenville. So he ends up, you know, leaving, going to Greenville. I'm assuming once he got into another county from where we was, because if I say the county, people probably gonna try to put two and two together after I post this video. So once he got into another county limit, he ended up getting pulled over by, I don't know if it was a highway patrolman or if it was like their county police, but he ended up getting pulled over because I guess he was like swerving or whatever. So I guess they end up, you know, doing either a breathalyzer or a test. So he ended up getting arrested, getting his car impounded, and getting a DUI. So later on that evening, this had to be, because when he came, it was like, it was sunny outside. So it had to be like 12, 1, 2. He probably left by 4 or 5 or something like that. I can't remember like the exact times, but I know that he left when it was still light outside. So one of my homeboys that used to go to school, he came by to like visit all of us before, like, you know, we started class or whatever for the semester, because a lot of us were planning on graduating that semester. So me and him like watching TV, chit-chatting it up. So I keep getting this number like pop up on my phone, and it's like a toll-free number that like keeps popping up. So I eventually answer it after the second or third time it calls me. So it's like, it says the town is like such and such county detention center. I'm like, who in the hell is calling me from jail? Like, who I know done got arrested in the small ass town? Who? So I'm like, click. So like probably like the 4th time it calls, I answer and it says this person's name. And I'm just like, I know this Negro is not in jail. I just seen him a couple hours ago. So I told my homeboy, I was like, he just left a couple hours ago. How did he end up in jail that quickly? What did he do? So, you know me, I look it up online. He had the ugliest mugshot. And his name popped up or whatever. I went instantly. Like, if you want to know something about somebody, I'm that friend that'll turn into the FBI. I will find out. So I end up finding his mugshot, seeing his name, seeing the charge, I said, I know that he did not go drink some more after that and ended up with a DUI. Literally, where this county is from my school is probably like maybe 20, 30, probably about 30 minutes away from my school. So he drove a good 30 minutes and ended up with a DUI. Luckily, he got pulled up, because if he would have harmed somebody, I would have felt totally bad. So that's why at the beginning of this video, do not drink and drive. If you feel like, don't drink and drive. First one, and don't no underage drinking. Be 21 or older, follow the rules, follow the law. So the next day, I guess he sobered up, he's done got out of jail, and he's like,
why you didn't answer my phone call when I called you from the detention center?
And I'm like, at that time, I said, for one, I'm not paying my phone bill, and I'm not about to accept no collect calls and run up this phone bill and ruin my chance of being on somebody else's line, because I was on my stepdad's line at this time. And I was not paying my phone bill, so you was not about to ruin that for me. Let's start there. And I said, what were you calling me for? I didn't have no money to come and get you out of jail, nor was I going to go get you out of jail. Oh, rewind back to that evening. So I'm like, he in jail. Somebody in his family needs to know about it. I just thought about this. So I'm like, his daddy is kind of well known. So I was like, let me like Google his daddy name and see if I can find some contact information. So I end up, at this point, this had to been like maybe like 8, 9, 10 o'clock, somewhere around that time. And so I'm just like, shoot, let me call his dad. Like, let me call his daddy. So I end up finding the house number. No one answered the phone. So I end up texting his dad, and I was like, I said, your son is in, I said his name. I said, your son is in jail, and he got a DUI. He was not drinking with me when he left. So, because his dad tried to like make it seem like I was drinking with him and then I let him leave type thing. And I'm just like, your son is a grown man. For one, we not gonna do that. So I'm just like, he was not drinking with me. I said, I can't even have alcohol where I stay. I stay on a dry campus, apartment housing. So I can't even have alcohol where I stay, sir. So his dad was like, okay. So I guess his dad let him sit in jail. I guess his parents let him sit in jail, because he reaches out to me the next morning, I guess when he bonds himself out, and he was like, why did you, answer my phone call when I called you? And I'm just like, for one, I don't pay my phone bill, and I'm not running this phone bill up for you calling me collect, sir. I said, and what would I was not getting you out of jail. What money I have to bond you out of jail with a DUI, and then I got to drive? I said I had to go to class the next day. So this had to have been a Sunday afternoon. This all transpired on a Sunday, because we started class that following Monday, and I had just moved in the day before. So I'm like, I had to go to class the next morning. I was not about to bond you out of jail. Plus, nor did I have money to bond you out of jail. I am a broke college student. I was not bonding you out. I was not getting you out of jail. Like, no. So he was like, oh, what happened to my front bumper? Mind you, I told you his front bumper was all tore up, and he had hit something prior to coming visiting me. I said, that was like that when you came. You must have hit something before you got here. He was like, oh, I must have been drunk. No shit, Sherlock. If you don't remember hitting something and then you asking me how it happened, it was already done when you came to see me. Duh. But, child, yeah, this Negro ended up with a DUI after he left from my college campus. So, do not drink and drive. And do not mix narcotics with alcohol, because that is what he ended up doing. Like, I think he even took sleeping pills, and he mixed sleeping pills and alcohol together, and don't remember hitting something and tearing up his bumper. So do not mix sleeping pills and alcohol together, and nor should you be driving in a car under the influence of anything. So yeah, college was a wild time. I ended up finishing my degree in 4.5 years, child, and he almost ruined it for me, doing some dumb stuff like that. Like, I was not about to let that go down. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.